Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. In this video, we will continue chapter 17, Tejal in Ahmedabad. In previous video, we have already learned that difference between village life and city life. In village, there were small houses, one story or two story houses were there, and in city, multi-story buildings we have seen, right? And from that 10th or 12th floor, when we look downside, we can see that people are very tiny. They are looking like toys. So this already we have discussed, right? And that Tejal's mommy, she was doing household work in others' houses. So here we have seen that she was cleaning the her house, and it is very big house. Many rooms are available in that house, and each room it is for doing separate things, like for sleeping on one room, for eating or cooking another room, and for toilet another separate place it is given. But when we are talking about Tejal's house, which is available in village, or Tejal's mama's house, so in both the houses we have seen that they are living in a one room, right? But here, this house that is very big. So up to this we have discussed in the last video. So I hope that up to this you have understood. Now let's see the question answers. When Tejal first came to Ahmedabad, what were the things that she was afraid to do? As she was living in the village, so she was not aware of that life of the city. That city was very crowded, right? And she was not aware of that, how to just buy tickets, how to catch the bus, how to move from one place to another place. So all these things were new for her, so she was just afraid of all these things, and she was not knowing that how to go from station to mama's house. So for that also she was afraid. What were the difference between the houses where Mama lived and the house in the high-rise buildings? House in the area where Mama lived, that was only one room house. So all the people, they were doing their activity in the same room. They were sleeping in the same room. They were eating in the same room. They were cooking in the same room. Then washing and that cleaning, all this activity they were doing in the same room. But the house is in the high rise building. So that building we have seen, right? So in that many rooms were available, and for sleeping separate room, for cooking separate room, for eating separate room, for bathing and just for toilet, that's separate space, separate rooms are available. So that is the difference between these two houses. Next question, why are these differences discussed? So that when small house or one room house it is there, so in that the people have to do all the activities, all that routine work they have to do in the same room. But when we are talking about big house, so in that space it is given that enough space are there, so separate rooms are there, so they are utilizing that for the different activity. Now tell about yourself. Draw a circle around the kind of house you live in. Is it like the house of, आप जो घर में रहते हो वो किस तरह का घर है? तेजल का जो हाउस है विलेज में वैसा है उसके अंकल या फिर मामा का हाउस जो सिटी में है वन रूम वाला वैसा है, या फिर हर्ष का जो हाउस है बहुत बड़ा काफी सारे रूम है ऐसा है, और एनी अदर काइंड. So आपका जो हाउस जैसा भी हो उसके हिसाब से आपको उसके आसपास सर्कल करना है. Where does the water come from in your house? आपके घर में पानी कहाँ से आता है? From the tap, right? Generally, we get water from the tap. But those who are living in the village, maybe tap it is not available in their house, so they bring water from the pond or river or well. In ancient time, people were just bringing water from the well or river or pond. Is there an electricity connection in your house? How many hours in a day you get electricity? आपके घर में electricity है? Electricity का जो connection? Yes, we all have electricity connection. And how many hours? Generally, we have most of the time. It's not like that 10 hours we have electricity and 10 hours cut off of electricity. No. Most of the time we have electricity in our house. Sometimes for 1 hour or 2 hours that cut off it is there, and that also once in a week, right? But right now we can write that most of the time we have that electricity in our house. Which is the nearest hospital in the area where you live? अब जहाँ पे रहते हो उसके आसपास सबसे नियर बाय प्लेस में कौन सी हॉस्पिटल है? That you have to write the name. How far are the places given below from your house? So these answers you can write it by your own self. आपके घर से बस स्टॉप कितनी दूरी पे है? वो चल के जाओगे तो कितने मिनट लगेंगे? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that you can write. 15 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And distance in kilometer. 1 kilometer you can write. Then school. So आपके घर से स्कूल कितनी दूर है? डिस्टेंस अगर चल के जाओगे तो कितना दूर होगा? 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And in kilometers, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, like that you can write. Market. Market जो आप चीजें खरीदने चाहते हो, fruits, vegetables, groceries, तो आप जो खरीदने चाहते हो वो कहाँ जाते हो? मार्केट में. So कितनी दूरी पे है? 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like that you have to write. Kilometers, half kilometer या 1 kilometer. Then post office. Like this only you have to write the answer. Okay? Then next question. Draw pictures in your notebook of the different kind of houses in your area. आपके एरिया में different kinds के houses जो होते हैं, hut, कच्चा हाउस, पक्का हाउस, 1 story, एक माले का हाउस जो होता है उसको 1 story हाउस बोलते हैं. 2 floor का होता है तो that 2 story house, bungalow, then multi-story building, flats. So different kinds of houses you have already learned in your previous class, right? In EVS subject. So from that, any 4-5 kinds of houses you have to draw in your notebook and then fill up the colors. A new trouble. एक नई मुश्किल आ गई है उनकी लाइफ में. Let's see which is that. Mama has said that he would take me around to see Ahmedabad. मामा ने बोला था कि वो अहमदाबाद घुमाने के लिए ले जाएंगे. The children around here talk a lot about riverfront. They are telling that big film stars, leaders and sports persons also come there. Maybe when I go there, I might see them there. So, यहाँ के जो चिल्ड्रन हैं आसपास रहते हैं वो रिवर फ्रंट के बारे में बहुत बातें कर रहे होते हैं एंड वो बोल रहे हैं जो सेलिब्रिटीज होते हैं, फिल्म स्टार्स, एक्टर एक्ट्रेसेस, पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स, स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन लाइक cricketers or any other sports person, they they come here and तेजल सोच रही है कि अगर मैं भी वहां जाऊंगी तो मुझे भी इसमें से कोई दिखाई देगा, कोई फेमस पर्सनालिटी I can see there. These days, Mama is so worried I cannot ask him to take me to riverfront. Last week, some people had come with a notice that everyone should move out of this place. अभी थोड़े दिन से मामा बहुत टेंशन में है, वरी में है, इसलिए मैं उनको नहीं बोल सकती कि मुझे रिवर फ्रंट जाना है. लास्ट वीक कुछ पीपल आए थे यहाँ पे एक नोटिस लेके, और नोटिस में लिखा था कि जो यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं उनको किसी और प्लेस पे मूव करना है. This place belongs to government, so it should be vacated. Mama is saying that this is the third time in the last 10 years that he got such notice. People who live here have been given another place to make their houses, but it is a little far. Mama will have to spend more money and time to reach at his workplace. Mommy will have to find some other work. How will I be able to visit my mother? Yet mother is not completely well. तो यहाँ से ये प्लेस वेकेंट करके दूसरी जगह पे शिफ्ट होना है. मामा ने बोला है कि ये 10 ईयर में थर्ड टाइम ऐसी नोटिस आई है, और अगर प्लेस चेंज करते हैं, हाउस चेंज करते हैं, तो जो मामा का वर्क प्लेस है वहां से ये दूर हो जाएगा, तो उनको ज्यादा मनी स्पेंड करके वर्क प्लेस पे जाना पड़ेगा. मामी को अलग प्लेस ढूंढना पड़ेगा वर्क के लिए, एंड मम्मी अभी हॉस्पिटल में है, तो उनको देखने के लिए जो नया घर होगा वो हॉस्पिटल से दूर होगा. So I hope that up to this you have understood the lesson. We will discuss question answers in the next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.